Hello, my name is Dr. Sam Hai. I am an internal medicine doctor. Thank you so much for watching and welcome to Raw Talk. This is episode number 45. Raw Talk is unfiltered and unedited. I give you my thoughts and opinions on health. In this episode, I will be talking about the carnivore diet versus your doctor's advice. Who's really right? Have you ever told your doctor you're eating meat only? And then you got that look, the raised eyebrows, the concerned nod, and then the inevitable. That's not healthy. You need vegetables. You need whole grains. You need a balanced diet. Well, today we're going to have an honest conversation about why the carnivore diet and mainstream medical advice seem to live in two completely different worlds. And more importantly, which one is actually working in real life? I'm going to break down exactly why your doctor says what they say, what the science really says about meat versus plants, and how you can navigate this minefield without sabotaging your health. Stick with me until the end because I'm going to give you the top 3 questions you should be asking your doctor before you take any nutrition advice from them. Okay, let's talk about medical school nutrition training. It's practically non-existent. The average US medical student receives less than 20 hours of formal nutrition education in their entire training. And much of that is outdated. The curriculum is heavily influenced by the USDA guidelines, which are built on epidemiology and food industry lobbying, not rigorous metabolic science. As a result, most doctors are repeating the same plant-based, low-fat advice they learned years ago, not because it's proven to heal disease, but because it's safe to recommend. What about career liability and the standard of care trap? Every licensed doctor is bound to follow something called the standard of care. If a doctor tells you to eat a diet that's way outside the accepted guidelines and something happens to your blood work, they fear lawsuits or professional sanctions. Advising eat more plants and less meat is seen as low risk, even if it's not getting patients better, because it aligns with official recommendations. How about the influence of big food and big pharma? The grain, soy, and seed oil industries fund nutrition research. They also fund medical conferences and professional associations like the American Heart Association. Pharmaceutical companies profit when chronic disease is managed, not reversed. A lifetime customer is worth more than a cured patient. These influences shape the medical culture your doctor is steeped in, whether they realize it or not. Let's talk about the flaws in the doctor-approved diet. The low-fat, high-carb trap. Since the late 1970s, the public has been told to avoid saturated fat and load up on whole grains. Obesity and type 2 diabetes have skyrocketed since those guidelines rolled out. Low-fat diets spike hunger, promote carb dependence, and lead to chronic insulin resistance, which is really the real driver behind metabolic disease. The fiber myth. Doctors often claim fiber is essential for regularity and gut health. In reality, excess fiber can cause bloating, constipation, IBS symptoms in many people. Carnivore eaters often see improved bowel function without fiber because they remove the irritants that cause inflammation in the first place. How about the cholesterol panic? Your LDL is high. You're going to have a heart attack. Here's the problem. LDL cholesterol alone is a poor predictor of heart disease. More accurate measures include your triglyceride to HDL ratio, fasting insulin, and inflammatory markers like CRP, all of which improve on carnivore. How about the everything in moderation lie? Moderation is great for marketers. It keeps you coming back for just a little of your addictive foods. You wouldn't tell an alcoholic, just drink in moderation. For people with carb or sugar addiction, complete elimination is often the only path to real freedom. What carnivore does that pills can't? Rapid metabolic reset. Carnivore removes sugar and starch, lowering fasting insulin and blood glucose almost immediately. Carnivore promotes fat adaptation. Your body switches from burning sugar to burning fat for fuel, leading to steady energy and less hunger. Carnivore also slams the brake on inflammation by eliminating plant toxins like oxalates, lectins, phytates. Carnivore can dramatically reduce autoimmune flares. Conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, and even some thyroid disorders often see major improvement. Carnivore heals the gut. Without plant-based irritants and excess fiber, the gut lining can repair itself. Symptoms like IBS, reflux, chronic bloating often vanish. Carnivore restores hormonal balance. Stable blood sugar helps regulate cortisol, reducing stress on the body. Adequate animal fat and cholesterol support the production of sex hormones and thyroid hormones. Let's talk about results that doctors can't ignore. Reversals they've never seen in their career, like type 2 diabetes, reversed without drugs. Autoimmune diseases going into remission. Blood pressure normalized without medication. Blood work that tells the truth. CRP drops dramatically. HDL goes up. Triglycerides go down. A pattern linked to lower heart risk. Kidney and liver function often improve, despite myths to the contrary. Quality of life improves. Weight loss without counting calories or constant hunger. Consistent energy and mental clarity. Freedom from cravings and food obsession. Let's talk about how to talk to your doctor. These are 3 questions to ask. Number 1, how many hours of nutrition training did you get in medical school? Number 2, can you show me a study proving plants are required for human survival? And number 3, if my labs improve and my symptoms disappear, why should I change what's working? Approach the conversation with curiosity, not confrontation. Some doctors will be intrigued. Others may double down. Use your results as data. It's harder to argue with facts. The carnivore diet and your doctor's advice don't have to be enemies, but you need to understand where their advice comes from and why it might not be right for you. At the end of the day, the best evidence is your own body. If you're losing weight, reversing disease, and feeling better than you have in years, that's proof you're on the right track. If you're ready to take your health to the next level, join me inside my Break the Food Matrix community and my 90-day Carnivore Blueprint coaching program. I'll give you step-by-step guidance, real accountability, and the truth you won't hear in the exam room. Links in the description. I'll see you inside. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to follow me for more content on Instagram, my username is Sam_HiMD. Once again, thank you guys. I love you. I really do. I'll see you in the next video.